In order to use the Upshot reporting template for timeline events by user, firstly go to your Upshot account and then Reports and Timeline Events. Once this page is loaded, you can use the filters on the right-hand side to view events from a particular time period, by event type, or by their associated projects and activities and so on. Once you have made any selections necessary, click Filter and then download the report. If you're downloading a large number of events, you will only have the option to download via email, in which case make sure that you have not selected the Include Personal Details option. For me, I'm just going to click on the download option and wait for the report to download. Once this is finished, open the report. And we now need to copy the data in this report into the reporting template. The data that we need is in the raw attendee and event type tab. And to copy this, I first select the top row of data, so not this headers row, but the second row, which has our first event in. Select the whole thing, and then using the keyboard, hold down Control and Shift, and then press the down arrow once. Will take us to the final row in the final event on the account, and then copy this data. Then go back to the reporting template, and on the Data tab, click in the cell A2, and then paste the data that we had copied over. Finally, go up to the Data tab along the top of Excel and choose Refresh All. And once this is refreshed, the following 4 tabs will now have an update of data from the report and present it in different formats. On the first of these 4, we can see all of the users who have created a timeline event, and by clicking on the plus button next to each name, we can view all of the timeline events that they have created. On the right, we have the number of individual events, as well as the unique number of attendees that they have recorded this particular event type for. At the top, we can either filter by the date of the event itself or the date that the events were recorded. And we can do this by months, years, quarters, and days. On the right-hand side, you can filter to a particular user or events that are associated to a particular project. On the next tab, we have the same information but inversed, first being presented with each type of event, and then being able to see all of the users who have recorded events of this type. The final 2 tabs show the link between users and attendees. If we expand the users here, we can see all of the attendees who this user has created a timeline event for. Then on the final tab, we see this inversed again, so for each user and for each attendee, we see which users have created an event.